anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will kick it away to start. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Arkansas's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Wants to throw on first down. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He leaves it with his back. Running into the open space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the ground. He's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
from the gun. The give, looking for room. Got enough for the first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target.
Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
Now, I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so...
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Snagged in the middle. It's Daniels. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Witherspoon. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Now the connection takes it to the 11. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rice. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Now on first down from the 28. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Turning it on. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bueno. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw again. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Dances away. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They'll leave it with him. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They want to throw it. The screen, and watch out. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
going to work on second down in the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that? That's two really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here, going their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. Second and goal now and get the big stop.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Setting up the screen. Looking for the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up fourth and goal.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Takes the handoff. It's Bueno. Didn't get much done on that, Brian. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Pressure coming. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
No, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on second and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Texas calls his campus the 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success. A lot of hit.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one, man coverage. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Keeps it on the bootleg. It's complete on the right side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Arkansas! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man. It's Witherspoon. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
Grabbed over the middle. It's McDaniel. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Witherspoon. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Texas offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Trying play action. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kent State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Makes the grab. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage. And as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw again. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they swarm him under.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Witherspoon. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And that one will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll operate out of split backs. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. On target to the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He fires one deep down the right side.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Off play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Hauls it in. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quick release by the QB. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks are flying down the field. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll swing it out to the left. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Punt is on its way. Takes it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
The Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out fast. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The play action fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Daniels. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last two games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have one period to play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
He's got an open man. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Bueno. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on fourth down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelm the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He'll headshot.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Quick completion to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense now.
It's nice having zone eyes on the quarterback. I tell you what, you got to lead, be smart, don't give up big plays, drop back in your zones, but watch, when the ball's thrown, you can see the guys break on the football immediately and go make a play.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Catch in the middle. It's Witherspoon. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Right on the money. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Just drives it between the uprights. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Really nice job there by the safety back in the middle of the field. You see his range and the speed. He's able to close on the ball and then knock it away. Nice play.
Pocket breaking down. Got his man all by himself. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no...
A shot toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time...
Touchdown, Texas! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And some room to work. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab on the left. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Going right to work up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a...
He lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. This for the lead and very likely the win. The Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown Longhorns! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got him on the return. Touchdown, Texas! And they turn it into a defensive score. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yeah, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it.